Hey, kia ora. Merry Christmas. Yes, Christmas 2022. Wow. Oops, sorry. Stay. Have you all had a super fantastic sparkling day? I know I have. I have had an incredible day. It has been awesome. Just welcome. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. It's night 8? Night 8? Night 6? Night 7? Oh, I've lost track of the nights. I probably should know those. But anyway, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and tomorrow we've got Kwanzaa. So I'm not sure what other religious holidays we have going on at this time either. I just know the Jewish ones and the Christian ones and the Kwanzaa are the only ones that I know of. So if you would like to inform me of other ones that are going on at this time, I would love to learn. So please leave them in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate that. So today has been a day of movie watching. I have 2 1/3 movies to go. I have, 1 1/3 movie to go. And a third? Yes, a third. It's a 90-minute movie, and I've got 30 minutes left, about 36 minutes left. It's been a great day here. It has been warm. It got up to 71 degrees Fahrenheit outside. In the RV, it got up to 77 to 79, depending which part of the RV you were in. So it was pretty warm. It got close to we almost put the AC on inside the RV. To just to cool things down a little bit, but it was good. We had windows open, we had doors open, and then I noticed this little warning on the weather app and on my Alexa, which is one of those Echo ones with the screen on it. There's an air quality warning out, and I'm like, oh great, no wonder I'm feeling like crap. So feeling like a cold's coming on, and now that I know that there's this air quality warnings out and everything else, I know it's not a cold. I know it's not the flu. I know it's all that because my temperature is normal. Done all that, everything, all the tests I've done have come back normal, negatives and normals. So we're good. It's just clearing the crap out of my throat, my nose, my lungs, and just making sure we keep everything closed up tomorrow. I was like, lovely. We're going to turn ourselves into a little hot box because the sun will be out and streaming and all of that stuff. But beside all of that, we've had a really good day. We started off early this morning. We had a very healthy breakfast of pumpkin pie, chocolate ice cream, whipped cream, and I had some craisins in there and some dried fruit sprinkled over the top of it. Yeah, got to keep the fruit in there for the health thing. And Zeffie had her slither of pumpkin pie with her cream on top. Her home version of a pup cup, and she absolutely loved it. It was gone before I even got mine started. But we had a great day here, and then we watched our first Christmas. We've so far watched 2 full movies and 2/3 of the third movie. The first movie was Last Christmas. It was a brand new movie. I had never seen it before, never heard of it before, but my friend Kathy had recommended it, and she pre-warned me it was going to be a tearjerker. But it was a very interesting movie with a very interesting story, and it had a lot of George Michael's music in there when he was as a solo performer, as well as when he was with Wham. And Kathy told me that he had given his blessing for this movie to use his music before he had passed away. So I thought that's really cool. But it was a great movie with a great story, great message. And the main character had some health issues the year before, but we didn't know what the health issues were. And that was revealed way later into the movie and things. And it was very well done, though. It's got a couple of twists in there, but it was a really good movie. And yes, it was a tearjerker. But I enjoyed it anyway. Then we watched The Holiday, which came out in 2006 with Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet as the 2 main characters, who both have guy trouble and decide they both need to get away. So they swap houses. One's in England, one's in Los Angeles, and they switch houses. And it's just a really cool story. Some of the people that they meet and the things they get into. And of course, they switch for the holidays, for Christmas and that sort of stuff. And it's just another cool movie to watch. I like that movie. Jack Black is awesome in that movie. He's awesome. Love him. And the guy that plays Arthur, I've seen him in many other movies and things too, and I can't remember I can't for the life of me think of his name or what movies he's been in. It's just like a complete blank there right now. But he's always played really good characters and has really good comeback lines and that sort of thing too, and delivers them beautifully. And he has a really good role in there as well. Then I watched Christmas Jars from 2019, which again, and that's the one that I'm 2/3 of the way through watching. This is based on the books, The Christmas Jars, and The Christmas Jars are, so it starts off with this girl who gets abandoned in a diner, and one of the waitresses there picks her up and formally adopts her, discovers her abandoned. There's a note left with her and everything else. So formally adopts her and brings her up. And after her mother passes away, she gets left this jar of money, coins, notes, and it has painted across it Christmas jar. It's all fancy smanchy. And she doesn't know what it's, and she's also a reporter, so she wants to find out where it came from, how it started, what's the message behind it, and all that sort of stuff. So I've got about 36 minutes, I think it is, left of the movie. I'm not sure actually how much is movie time and how much is credit time, but there's 36 minutes showing as left. And I had to stop because I had to take Zeffie for her walk, and then I had got to have another Zoom with my mum and dad. So that was really cool. And Kathy Baxter, if you're watching this, that video you sent me, oh my gosh, I hope you're sharing that on Facebook because that is hilarious. There's one, those big bears that Costco has, the ones that, are about as big as you are and that sort of stuff. There's this one out there and you can see all the stuffing on the floor. Then you notice that this bear is moving around and there's actually a dog inside this teddy bear getting all the stuffing and stuff. Yes, that was a good spark of the day. I also had a call today, which I didn't get a chance to answer at the time. But one of my favorite authors, he is a former Marine, and he has this thing of nobody's alone for the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. Him and his team will actually, you fill out a form that you're going to be by yourself for Christmas, and either himself or his team, one of his team, will call you just for a 5 to 10 minute chat to see how you're doing, and just to make sure, just so that you're not alone, which I think is a fantastic service that he does. And I missed his call today. My phone didn't ring. The sound was on. My phone goes through this period of my mum will text me and it doesn't ring. It doesn't do its little jingly thing for a text message coming in. Or my phone will ring and I don't know that I've had a call until I see I've got a missed call, because it will ding with the voicemail. I'm like, wait, what? I'm sitting right here. I had the phone in my hand and it didn't ring. The screen didn't light up or anything else. All of a sudden there's just a voicemail there. And I'm like, oh. And I had a look, and sure enough, I had missed a call from him. And but I got his voice message as well. And so it was good. It's just a service that he offers to his reading fans. And I think that's a brilliant idea. And I kind of like that. And you never know who's going to call you, whether it's going to be the author himself or one of his team members. And he has team members who volunteer to help with the calls and things too. So he had actually left the message today from the author himself, which I thought was really cool. They've been on that. So they do that almost like every year or something. And then once I finish watching Christmas Jars, which will be immediately when I get offline, I'm going to go watch the end of Christmas Jars. And then we're going to be watching Santa and Pete, which is my last movie that I watch when I do my Christmas movie fest. And I always watch it on Christmas Day. And Santa and Pete came out in 1999, and I found out about it about 4 or 5 years ago. It was after Brad had passed, so this is my 6th Christmas without him. So yeah, it was sometime in the last 6 years I learned about this movie. It is a really cool movie. I love this movie. It is basically, you've got the grandfather, who is played by his name's just gone completely. James Earl Jones. His name I could see his face. James Earl Jones is the grandfather, and he tells his 10-year-old grandson about the story about Santa and Pete. And Santa and Pete is basically the story about how St. Nicholas became Santa. Where did the red suit come from? Why does he have reindeer? Why is he on a sleigh? what's this with the gift give? How did the gift giving start? How did the chimney thing come into effect? So everything that you know about Santa, this sort of starts off with how he has the naughty and nice list, and as you move through the movie, you get the other things that come in. You get the red Santa hat, you get the red suit coming in, the sleigh comes into how he gets the sleigh, how he gets the reindeer, how he gets the bag that delivered for the toys, and the idea for delivering the toys, and the idea of going down the chimneys and things like that. So it kind of explains all of that. And Pete is Santa's assistant throughout the whole thing. And there's a nice little twist at the end of the movie that I absolutely love, and I'm not going to tell you about it because then it would spoil the movie for you. But anyway, it's just a really good feel-good movie to watch on Christmas Day, and it's one of those things that I just love to watch. So as soon as we finish the 36 minutes that are left on Christmas Jars, we'll be doing Santa and Pete, and then that will be the end, a nice big wrap up of the 2022 Christmas Movie Fest. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to watch for the next movie fest. I'm open to suggestions. So if you want to give suggestions on what movie fest I should do next, I'm open to suggestions. I'd also like to know what movies are on your holiday movie list. What do you like to see and do on your holiday movie list? So what are some of the movies on that? I got told about Last Christmas just a few days ago, and so I put that on the list to watch. Really good movie. My brother told me yesterday when I was on a Zoom with him for Christmas back in New Zealand that Christmas Jars was now out as a movie. And because at the time he said that they were watching this movie and they got to like the last 5 to 10 minutes of the movie and the screen went blank. They go, oh, what movie was that? And they couldn't even remember the name. They couldn't remember who was in it. They couldn't remember anything about the movie as to who was in it or what the title was. And then after we got off the Zoom call later on, he sent me a text message with the name of the movie on it. Now, they have since recorded it. I don't know if they got the last 5 to 10 minutes of the movie or if it goes blank again. But he sent me the name of the movie, and I went back. There's a trilogy of books about this that's called The Christmas Jar. And I said, it's a really, really cool book series. I did not know they'd made it into a movie. So then I had to go find the movie so I could watch it. So I'm kind of happy that I got to watch that. I'm watching that right now because it's been a while since I've read the books, but I have read the books multiple times, the trilogy, read them multiple times. I'm trying to think when it's probably like about a year ago I last read the trilogy. So I will probably go back and read the trilogy after I finish reading a couple of the books I've already got on the go at the moment. Because if you've been following me, I have 5 to 6 books on the go at any one time. And so I have to wait to finish a book to add a book in there because I don't do any more than 5 or 6 because then I lose track. But 5 or 6 I can keep track of very, very well as to where I am, what we're on about, and everything else. So, and that does not include the 2 or 3 audio books that I will have going at the same time. So anyway, that's it from me. I am out of here, signing off for Christmas of 2022. Hope you all had a super fantastic, sparkling day. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. And we will catch up with you guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. He konera.